जाति नीति कुल गोत्र दूरगं नामरूप गुण दोष वर्जितं देश काल विषयातिवर्त्य यद् ब्रह्म तत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि. Subject is only that consciousness. Forget about the thought. When there is so-called unconsciousness, that is no current awareness. Suppose you had an accident and within a few seconds or minutes you get back awareness and you think that there is a gap, that I did not know anything. Is it not? Those who have the experience, they will know. Sleep also it happens, but we don't know about it. But when it is an experience in the wakeful state, then suddenly we have a gap we created. Suppose the consciousness had not revealed that vacuum or the signal, zero signal state. Let us call it zero signal state. If the consciousness had not revealed, this gap filling would not have been there. But you will not be able to say whether the gap is 1 year or 1 second or 1 minute, because there was no current awareness at that time. Am I clear? But you will definitely know that there is a blank is there. You may find that I am in hospital, that you will compare with the outer situation and then conclude. But the gap filling, you don't have to look outside. Even if your eyes are closed, you will know that suddenly. The same thing happens in samadhi also, because the current awareness is still there, you know the gap, what is it? That consciousness we come to know. Here we are concluding that because this gap is felt, that means this no signal state is also revealed by the consciousness. But in samadhi, the current awareness is there. We will come to it again later, the slokas are there, which will say that what is it. So we come to know who am I, who is the consciousness. Now, so this, because our focus is always on what is revealed, we are missing this revealer. This aja or birthless is only the revealer. Any change in that, any concept, anything is an object before it. Now, if this is the truth about the house owner who is living inside, then how to get at him from this house? So there comes the viveka. Viveka means discrimination. We can find out that who am I? That discrimination comes, that it is the house is belonging to the aja avakracheta. Now, how we will know that I am the aja, I am the avakracheta? So when we look at it, we find that I say that I am sick today. But sometimes I say that my body is very sick, very ill today. There is definitely a confusion, because the same body I am referring to as my body and I also. Subject-object confusion. So which is the correct statement, more correct? Body is an object before me and I am seeing that object and referring to its state. Another way is that any change, to know any change, it has to be with respect to an unchanging substratum or background. Suppose the clock, the arm is moving. If the dial also start moving, you will not know the time. The arm moves against the steady dial, that is why it reveals the time. Like that, the body was small. As far back I remember, maybe I was 2 years old or 3 years old, the body was so small, it was going around playing here and there. Then I grew up. Now I have become old. Like this, the whole change of the body I am seeing. Is it not so? So I am not the body, but I am the knower of the body, the seer of the body. Next step, you go further in, we may say that no, this seeing it is being done by the mind. I am saying, say the contradictory, the other counter yukti will be, no, this change of the body is seen by the mind. Okay, we accept, but let us look at the mind. The mind also is changing every moment. Just now I was sorry, coming to the class I became quite cheerful. Or coming to the class, I became morose because I am not understanding anything, whatever it is. These are all the changes in the mind. Is it not? So, I am the seer of the mind also. Mind means all the thoughts, they are changeful. But because I have not changed, I am able to know. Even I can say that when I was a child, I was always happy, but after marriage, I became most of the time unhappy. Who is observing? That means I am seeing the mind. So, I am the seer and mind is an object before me. All the thoughts are object before me. Emotions, whatever emotions are coming, going, etc. Sometimes it is love, sometimes it is hatred, sometimes it is agitation. All this I am seeing. So, I am the seer of everything. Then, who that I is? Who I am? I am the seer of all these things. Then, how can I find that I, who is the seer of all these things? So, we try to go inward to look at that. Who is that Aja? Who is that real inhabitor of the body? Who is there? We try to locate that. Now, when we go in and in, no, I am not the body, I am not the mind, that means you have to leave one after another. You cannot get caught in the bodily pain. Oh, it's very painful. Then your meditation will not be there. Oh, today I am very sorry, this happened, that happened, he abused me for nothing. You get caught by that. Then meditation will not be there. You have to keep yourself as a seer of all these things. You have to keep the separation. You have to remain as the witness, as the sakshi of all these things. So to remain a sakshi, what will you do? Whenever the thoughts are coming, the moment office thought has come, you have already reached the office and you are facing the boss or the employee and talking to them or shouting at them or they are shouting at you. That means you have moved with the thought. So you are not the seer of the thought, you have become the thought. So you have to remain separate but see the thought of the office coming. If you don't get involved in the thought will go. It will not. We are fueling the thought by joining the thought and moving to the office or moving to whatever I am thinking. The moment we keep away as a witness, and allow the thought to come and go, thought will not remain, another thought will come. But if you can just from a distance see the thoughts coming and going, never getting affected. Suppose a thought has come, I have killed my mother. Oh, why did that thought come? Is that in my mind and all? You get involved again. Let it come and go. Suppose very delightful thought has come, you have become a self-realized person. Oh, I have become gone. Let that thought come and go. You have to remain a witness. So, to remain witness, our Baba had given a beautiful example here. He said that, in one line he would write sometimes, very rarely. He said that, Nodir pader mara babla gachtar moton dekhe jao. Be like the dead babul tree. Babul tree, the thorny tree, which doesn't have much leaves and all. Huh? Kikad. Babul, कांटेदार है. Be like the dead babul tree standing on the bank of the river. Many boats are going. Suppose one boat is going through the river, passing through the river with a marriage party. Does the babul tree get into the river and get into the boat and start enjoying with the marriage party? It just sees that to a dead babul tree. But it has awareness, it is not fully dead. That. Then the next, a dead body is carried and people are weeping, howling, wailing. The babul tree doesn't get affected by that also. It sees the sorrow, it sees the merrymaking, it sees the joy, it sees the sorrow. It remains where it is. That is what? Remaining the witness, as a witness. So, if we remain witness like that, the thoughts will no more disturb us. In our meditation, always our problem is the thoughts are disturbing us. Thoughts are disturbing because we are getting involved in the thought. Now, if we allow the thoughts to come and go, we will find that what my consciousness of the Atma or the substratum is, that is not undergoing any change at all. Thoughts are only like waves in that. Material has not undergone any change. It is like in the air, sometimes a little motion is there, sometimes it is still. It is like that only. So there, to know, that also does not complete our knowledge of the self. So we may remain witness, but who am I who is remaining the witness? When we try to know, I have told earlier also, the greatest delusion which becomes the greatest hindrance for this also is we try to know the self or the Atma as something I am knowing. That is, as something different from me. Our effort is such that we want to know self as a different person. As a person, I want to know the self. So the knower and the known remains different. By our very effort, we are making self non-self. We are making the self an object, trying to know the self as an object before me. So our effort is the self-destructive. It is self-defeating. It is making the self non-self. So it will never going to be successful. When we discovered that it is my effort to know the self, that is becoming the hindrance. You have to drop that desire for knowing the self also. When you drop the desire means what? Drop the effort. I don't know anything. Let me go anywhere the Lord takes me or the Guru takes me. I drop all my desire. I will not think anything. I will not conclude anything. I will not apply my intelligence to analyze anything also. I will remain like a buddhu, mudha, zero. Like a great duck. Just. When we leave that effort, then only the self can reveal itself. Suppose the people ask, who then knows the self? If anybody else knows the self, then that is not the self. But the knower is the self. So it is a knowledge which is a very, very special kind of a knowledge where the knower and the known and the knowing process have got merged. This is called Advaya Anubhuti or Aparoksha Jnana or Aparoksha Anubhuti. Why Aparoksha Anubhuti? Because in normal level in Western science, we know of only two kinds of knowledge. Pratyaksha and Paroksha. Direct, perceptual knowledge and inferential knowledge. Is it not? What we see with the indriyas, with the sense organs, what we touch, what we see, they are perceived, they are all direct perception. And what we infer from that, they are the inferences, inferential knowledge. Most of our knowledge are inferential. The whole science is inferential. Nobody has seen an atom or an electron or a proton. They are all inferences based on the direct perception. We see a track in the cloud chamber and we say that because it has gone like this, the particle which has gone is negatively charged or positively charged or no charge. It is positron, it is electron, it is neutron. All these things are inferential. Otherwise, why our conclusion will change every day? Once we thought they are particles, then we thought they are waves, then we thought they are wave particles, then we think that they are Schrödinger equation, Schrödinger wave. All these, because they are actually a model, an inference. Most of our knowledge is inference. What we are seeing directly, from there we are inferring. We are inferring that the sun is there. What we are seeing is an image and we infer from that. God is an inference. We see everything is causal in this world. Nothing comes unless there is a cause behind it. The cause produces the effect. So where from the universe has come? See, we have to analyze our question also. When we think that where from this whole universe, who created this universe? It is the causality working in our mind. Because everywhere we find that something has to be created by something else. That is, cause has to produce an effect. We are asking for the creator of the universe. That is why the Shastrakaras had to manufacture a great Brahma who is a Swayambhu and who has created the universe. All fictitious. They have done it for people. They know that no such Brahma is there. It is our mental concept. It is an inference that there has to be a creator. When we go to the truth, we understand that the causality is limited. It is not the cause has to be there everywhere. Causality is functioning in this created universe. If you want to go to the ultimate truth, it has to be beyond causality. There is no question of any creator at all. The whole thing is appearing in the consciousness. So, that is how we have to enter the Aja and Avakracheta, who is hosted in this Ekadasha Puradvaram, Puram Ekadasha Dvaram. That means 11 opening, the palace with 11 opening, he is hosted there. Now he is saying that Anusthaya, this Anusthaya is very important. Anusthana means worshipping, some ceremony, whatever we practice, etc. So is it that doing yaga, yajna, etc.? By doing yaga, yajna, this cannot be known. This Anusthana can only be by contemplating on our real nature of the self. Swaswarupānusandhānam. Swarupa. What is our real nature? What we are in essence. Anusandhanam. To look for that and forget about everything else. That is the Anusthana. That is focusing with one pointed focus on what is our real nature. Focusing on that and forgetting everything else. They call it Eka Tattva Ghanabhyasa. Eka Tattva Ghanabhyasa. Abhyasa means practice. What is this practice? Eka Tattva, that there is no two truth at all. Is the one, and it is one we are saying. Actually, it is beyond one. Because when we say one, there is a concept of two and many. That means it is not two, it is not many. But this one host, all the many, everything, infinitude, everything is hosted there. So it is not really one but transcendental. Going to one, finally we go to the transcendental level. So Eka Tattva, this is the Tattva, this is the truth, this is the essence. Ghana means there is no interruption. Ghana means thick, dense, with no gap, no intersperse, with not interspersed with anything. Normally our thoughts, वो थोड़ा सा पढ़ लिया, उसके बाद क्या खा लिया आज, कुछ खा लिया ब्रेकफास्ट, बीच में कुछ और भी आ गया, बातचीत करने लगे, कुछ गाली भी दे दिया, सब कुछ हो रहा है, बीच में थोड़ा सा फिर उपनिषद पढ़ लिया. ऐसा नहीं है. एक तत्व घनाभ्यास, दैट माइंड शुड बी वन पॉइंटेडली फोकस्ड ऑन दिस. दैट इज द अनुष्ठाना. स्वस्वरूपानुसंधानम. Shankaracharya says, Dhyanam hi tasya anushtanam samyak vijnana purvakam tam sarvaishana vinirmuktaha san samam sarvabhutastham dhyatva. That means sarva eshana vimuktaha san. Why are they saying sarva eshana vimuktaha? Eshana means desire. Three kinds of desire they categorize, that Putraishana, Vittaishana and Lokaishana. Now Putraishana people may not have, those who have enough of children they may not have, or others also may not have. Now many people do not want children also. Vittaishana, that Putraishana means desire for sex also, whether for children or not, that also. That many people may not have. Then Vittaishana, that means desire for wealth. That also many people may have overcome, outlived. They may not have. But Lokaishana is very difficult to get rid of. Lokaishana is generally interpreted as the desire for fame. It need not be fame. We find in the ashram those who have renounced also, they are also looking for a little satisfaction, appreciation from here, appreciation from there. या कोई visitor आ गया, कुछ बड़ा कुछ बता दिया तो बहुत खुश हो गया. We don't think how much of a sadhaka quality we have, but somebody said you are great sadhak, oh, very happy. Who is a great sadhak? What are the qualities? They will not see. So we are looking for this location, or some people are listening to me. I have become a karta, I have become a manager. So some people are listening to me. That is also location. Kartritva, bhoktritva, everything. One is, the others are bhoktritva. Here it is kartritva is involved. This kartritva, the karta feeling, it doesn't go. Even in our small circle also, we want to be somebody. So lokeshana will not go easily. So these are the three types of eshanas or desires. He says that sarvaishana vinurmuktaha san, forgetting all these desires, and that is also not over. Samam sarvabhutastham dhyatva, that which is equally in everywhere. Which is equally present everywhere? Atma. It is not only equally present everywhere, but everything is appearing in it. And there is nothing to be uneven, because it is all made of consciousness. That is, consciousness is also not a material. It is in the subjective level. Am I becoming too difficult whenever we refer to this? Repeatedly I mention so that it remains in your mind that otherwise always we will think consciousness is an object, and with that consciousness I have written Punita, I have written Sanjay and all those things. No. You cannot see it as an object. You cannot witness it as an object. It is a self-witness of the self. That's all. It cannot be seen as an object. So this is the dhyana they are calling as anusthaya. So we have to know when the Upanishad is saying anusthaya means anushthan karke. That means by practicing. What is the practice they are referring to? They are referring to the Upanishadic practice of eka tattva ghanabhyasa. In Mundaka Upanishad it will come with the example of pranavo dhanu sharohi atma brahmatal lakshya muchyate apramattena vedhavyam sharavat tanmayo bhavet. They are taking the example of archery. He is saying, consider pranavo dhanuhu. Pranavaha means Omkara. Omkara is the symbol of the Brahma Vidya. It is only a symbol, but it means Brahma Vidya, the truth, the ultimate truth. Pranavo dhanuhu. Dhanuhu, that bow is the Brahma Vidya. Sharo hi Atma. What is the arrow you are fixing? The Atma. Brahmatal lakshya muchyate. What is the goal of the Atma? The target? Brahman. Because the Atma is nothing but the Brahman. We don't know. We are thinking the Atma is small like the arrow. But that arrow will have to hit the Brahman and become the Brahman. Is it not so? Brahmatal lakshya muchyate. Apramattena vedhavyam. What is needed is apramattata. Apramattata means what? Pramada means inattention. Inattention. After 3 times telling the mobile should be off, also we keep the mobile on. Or taking it out, looking at it and again keep it back. ये हमेशा होता है, हर लेक्चर में होता है. It is inattention. Or mind is taken away by some desire. So we are not attentive about it. जब किसी को खिलाते हैं, चाय डाल रहे हैं, तो चाय ग्लास से भर के बाहर गिर रहा है और हम उधर ही देखते रहें. Why? Whatever we are doing, why the mind is not fixed there? Because the mind has been taken away by something else. What is that? That is the eshana. Something is troubling the mind. उसने क्यों बोला था, हम क्यों ये नहीं बोला, कल ये जवाब देंगे, या उसने क्यों ये नहीं किया, हमारे ऊपर सारा लोड है. कुछ भी कुछ चल रहा है मन में. ये नहीं चल रहा कि हमें अभी पानी देना है या चाय देना है. जो चाय पूछ रहा है उनको कॉफ़ी दे दिया, जो कॉफ़ी पूछ रहा है उसको पानी दे दिया. During meditation, we will think of the prayer. While doing the prayer, we will think of meditation नहीं हो रहा. While going to the market, we will think of meditation आज नहीं कर पाया. जब meditation कर पा रहा है तो आज market में कुछ नहीं मिला. This is called pramattata, pramada. So apramattena vedhavyam. While we are trying to hit, there should be nothing other than eka tattva ghanabhyasa, the Brahman and nothing else. Then what will happen? Apramattena vedhavyam sharavat tanmayo bhavet. It is more than sharavat. Sharavat means like the arrow. When the arrow hits the bullseye, it remains there. If it is it has to be a powerful, which goes to the bullseye and hits there and remains there. Now it is not only remaining there, tatmaya, tanmayo bhavet. The arrow going there, it becomes the bullseye. The Atma hitting the Brahman, there is no more Atma, it is the Brahman alone. Yesterday I read 2 shlokas. Yathodakam shuddhe shuddham asiktam tadrigeva bhavati. Evam mune vijanata atma bhavati gautama. Like pouring pure water in pure water. And also, yatha nadyas sanyamanaha samudre astam gacchanti namarupe vihaya. Tatha vidvan namarupad vimuktaha paratparam purusham upaiti divyam. All are meaning the same. By going to the Brahman, he becomes the Brahman. Brahmavid brahmaiva bhavati. That Sharavat, that Shara identity will no more be his identity. He will identify only with the Brahman. The previous shloka is Dhanurgrihitva Upanishadam Mahastram Sharam Hyupasa Nishita Sandhayita Ayamya Tadbhavagatena Chetasa Lakshyam Tadevaksharam Soumya Viddhi. Lakshyam Tadevaksharam Soumya Viddhi. He says, Dhanurgrihitva Upanishadam Mahastram. Take the bow, which is the Upanishadam Mahastram. Upanishadam Mahastram means? It is not a Mahastra from the arsenal of nuclear. It is the weapon is from the Upanishad. Brahman is called Upanishad Brahman. You cannot say that Brahman concept I will take from this literature or that literature from anywhere in the world. No. Brahman has been defined in the Upanishads. So when you are referring to Brahman, you have to refer to the Upanishad. What is that? So learn from the Upanishad very well what is this concept of Brahman. Then take it as the Mahastra, as the bow. Dhanurgrihitva Upanishadam Mahastram. Then put the arrow, Sharam Hyupasa Nishita Sandhayita. Sandhayita means you engage the arrow. What kind of an arrow? Upasa Nishita. That means the arrow, that means our own mind, etc., which has been greatly sharpened and made subtle by upasana and all. That means all the other practices, dhyana, upasana, all are upasana. It has to be sharpened. It cannot go to always to the market and thinking about the worldliness and everything and suddenly sit and do it. It cannot be done. It has to be sharpened. It has to be made subtle and pure through all the practices suggested in the Upanishads.